Hello, everybody. We back with another Black Lotus Podcast episode. I bring in my good friend Alafia Bailey here today. Alafia is a real Africana scholar. I'm happy to bring my dog in the building. How you feeling today, Alafia?
Hey man, we feeling good over here, man. Talking through the talker drum to my brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, Alafia, you doing that made me think of something. But when did you start playing the drums, bro?
When I start?
Yeah.
Alright, so like, I'm trying to think. So the journey really started when I was a kid, for real. My father named me after his drum teacher. Right. So that's when like the rhythms really start flowing. You feel me? So his name was Alafia as well. So my name was Alafia. So he decided to name me after him. And I really started getting into it. Like when I was young, like, I was around it, but like my father didn't really like force me into it because he wanted me like to naturally go into it for real. Yeah. So but literally like 2 years ago was when I really started taking it seriously up here in DC, because DC has a really big djembe, West African dance like drum culture. So that's when I really like got into it. I had hit one of my friends up. She talking about this brother named Dr. U, and in Southern Maryland, and I got connected, so I got in drum class. So ever since then, it's been a journey. You feel me?
Man, that's dope, bro. It's only been 2 years.
Yeah, it's only been 2 years.
So you wasn't playing the drums freshman year?
No, I was not.
I feel like time at Howard has just kind of all been condensed together, because I feel like I've been seeing you play the drums for super long, bro.
Nah, freshman year I was not as like hip to it, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm like really invested into it, you know what I mean? So yeah, bro.
When you play the drums, what type of feeling do you get when you do it?
Man, bro,
it is raining like crazy outside, bro. That's actually crazy. Oh my god, I gotta take a picture of that, because that's wild. Bro, oh my god.
Like it's like a huge storm.
Crazy. What's he saying though?
That's the spirit though, bro. When it's raining, it's a good sign.
Man.
So when I play, okay, when I first played and I really hopped on with other people, because I was playing, other people was playing around me in a circle. Like, I just felt this vibrational energy of like, you know, like everybody say healing, like which it is healing, but it's just like this. It's like a sound vibranium from Wakanda. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because like vibranium is like a physical thing, but vibranium connects to all things for us to really heal. Yeah. And like a drum could be quote unquote vibranium, you know, just for us to connect with. So it's like this like sound vibranium where you just like where you can flow, dance, heal, be free. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like it's just like this beautiful sound, bro. That it's just beautiful. Like it's freeing. Like it's healing. Like I don't know, bro. Like, especially when everybody's on beat, because that's the thing. Like the drums, specifically the djembe, and like the dundun, the whole dundun family. Like we're all speaking different languages, bro. You know what I mean? Like we all communicating certain things that make sense. You know what I mean? So if I'm talking making sense and you talking back making sense, we gonna sound good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we actually communicating, making communication. You know what I mean? Like we actually like bringing good energy out in the room. So that's the thing. Like it's all different languages, bro. That make sense together. So like whenever you hear a talking drum or a djembe out, you know what I'm saying? It's just really good energy. You know what I'm saying? Even the djembe, it means to gather the people for peace. You know what I mean? It's like bringing people together for peace. So even that, like the energy of the name is what comes out of the drum. You feel me?
The energy of the name.
So yeah, bro.
Man, that's deep, bro. You was telling me about the talking drum. You was saying you was mouthing words while you was playing the drum.
Yeah.
And just talking about when did you learn how to play the talking drum? Or is it's kind of the same thing as
it's
what's
different.
The difference?
So it's funny, bro. I got this. What was it, last week?
Yeah.
So I just added this drum on to my collection, because I originally played the djembe, but I got this in Nashville, Tennessee, on the north side at this bookstore called Akubalan, which was the original name of Africa before Africa.
Wait, say that again?
Akubalan.
Yeah,
that's the original name before Africa. Is like brought on by the name was brought on by the
Europeans. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not. I feel like I heard a different name.
Yeah. From what I know, it's Akubalan.
Yeah. Africans themselves called it that or
so don't quote me, bro. That's just from what I know. I think they did, but yeah, but I think if you look it up, that's what you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so I got it from the store, Nashville, Tennessee, the only black bookstore in Nashville, Tennessee. And I saw a talking drum down there. I was like, bro, wait, I need a little talking drum anyway, add to my collection. And then, because I was fascinated by the sound after listening to, after watching Black Panther, it opens up with the talking drum. And it's, you know, after I picked it up, I researched where it came from West Africa. It's, you know, the Yoruba people play it, the Hausa people play it, in Nigeria and Ghana they play it, you know what I mean, all over West Africa. And the talking drum like mimics the human tone. I mean, so if I say, I'm gonna have a good day, I'm gonna say, so I'm gonna have a good day. You know what I'm saying?
He mouthed it out for those who can't see it.
I'm gonna be like, my name is Alafia. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. So they used to use this because like, even though we are oral people, but we also use, you know, physical instruments and instruments to communicate as well amongst, you know, different nations and countries and things like that. So yeah, bro.
Man, that's dope, bro. How did you develop the confidence to start playing the drums on campus, like on the yard, just out loud? Because I can't imagine. I don't feel like that came easy. But I don't know. Like, let me know.
yeah, bro. Because it's funny about my brother. His name is Frederick Douglass. My brother, older brother.
You said his name is Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, Frederick Douglass.
That's hard. That's hard.
So because he played the djembe too.
Yeah.
And he was like, Alafia, bro, you need to pull up on the yard one day and just play the drum to, you know, bring some good energy on the yard. And I was like, bro, that's so real. Because, like, you know, HBCUs is like, yeah, it's a place for education, but it's also a place for us to, like, you know, dive into our artistic selves. And, like, and it's supposed to be the place for, it's supposed to be a home for African drums. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a place for us to express ourselves in African music and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, only spaces in America as, like, where college educated black people are as a whole, you know what I mean, in multitude, you know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna do it,
right,
you're gonna do it at
HBCU, you feel me, bro? So it's like I just be pulling up and people be like, hey, I feel like I'm in a whole different country. I'm on a continent, you know what I'm saying? Just walking around, going to class, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, and like, and that's the feeling I want you to feel when you walk to class and when you see me when I'm playing, is to feel like you like at an HBCU for real, not just us walking around and just like talking. It's like, nah, but you're supposed to feel like you know, connected back to the source, which is, you know, consonant for real. So yeah, bro,
you're gonna have to pass it down to somebody else after you're gone, man.
Yeah, bro. It's somebody coming in, bro. Somebody coming in. He's actually from Houston, Texas. His name is Ola. He coming to Africana Studies major, bro. He better than me. Like, to be honest, like, he's way better than me. And he's been playing since he was a baby. You know, I was playing 2 years ago. So he like. He up there. So he coming in to, you know, to start off and show it off. For real.
Hey man, that's super tough, bro. I've always thought it's been super cool how you just be playing the drums around campus, bro. Yeah. But I've never actually known when that started or when you started doing it. I thought you had been doing it your whole life, type, bro. I didn't know that you had just started 2 years ago.
You play any instruments?
No, I don't, bro. Okay. I don't. Okay. I was never really taught how to play anything.
What about artistically? Like, you do anything like poetically or like draw?
I used to draw a lot when I was a kid, but my mind kind of got warped by video games.
Okay.
Man,
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
When I was a kid, I used to love. I mean, I still love Star Wars, so I used to always like drawing little planets and the spaceships and stuff like that. And I used to love playing with Legos when I was a kid. I used to love playing with Legos. I used to have a whole box, like whole tub, pretty much bathtub of Legos.
Nah, I feel you, bro. Because the reason why I asked, bro, like really to see, you know, what things you're into, but to also like bring up the thought of like what has Howard brought like out of you. You know what I'm saying? Artistic, because Howard brought the djembe out of me. You know what I'm saying? And just like the community and the people. So I personally feel like everybody leaves from Howard like leaves with like a passion for some type of art. You know what I'm saying? Or leaves with a passion, or even like doing that specific art and acting it out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I would say that although there isn't a direct art that I can say Howard gave me, I can say that Howard just gave me a certain level of pride within my blackness to just be able to just walk in any space and be confident in what I'm saying, and even continue with my podcast and everything. I feel like right here, this is my form of art. Just being able to conversate with intelligent people, just about intelligent things, bro. I think that's what my form of art. And Howard, bro, I am forever indebted to this school, bro. This school really, being in this environment is something that I still can't believe is about to end, bro. Because I move out soon, bro. And I was running by the track today, and I was looking at Howard. I'm like, damn,
it's over.
I'm really not gonna be here anymore, bro. Like,
it's crazy.
It's sad, bro, because.
But that goes to show the importance of black spaces. You know what I mean? And even how you felt connected to it. Because I know me personally, bro, like, even though I got one more year left, I'm supposed to graduate, but, you know, God got a divine path for me.
Yeah.
But just being in the black space, bro, was so beautiful. You know what I mean? Just like, you feel safe in your culture. You feel safe, like, educationally. You know what I'm saying? Like, with your pride and your blackness. So, like, to step out of that and go to somewhere new, it's like, dang, you know what I mean? So, but, you know, everybody's journey, you know, is different. But I think it just really goes to show the love that, you know, HBCUs really, like, building us for a love for black spaces. You feel me?
Bro, a love for it, bro. And I talked about this in my podcast with Dean, but I feel like a lot of black students don't know what they're missing out on until they actually come here. Because I could have very easily went to a PWI and I wouldn't have. I think HBCU culture isn't pushed as much in the West Coast because there aren't any HBCUs out there.
That's so interesting to me.
Yeah, bro. But I think that I applied to Howard just based off what I knew about the school, just historically. So coming here, I could have went to like a state school in California or like at UC, but I wouldn't have never known what I missed out on, and I'm just so glad that I came here, bro, because I will always push this experience to anybody, regardless of the quality or the perceived quality of the institutions based on the outside. But I think I've met some of the smartest people in the country at this school, bro. In the world, right? Bro.
It is just like, bro, like literally in Drew Hall, you know what I'm saying? Or even just on campus, like meeting sisters and brothers, bro. Like the top, like everybody, like literally, not everybody, of course, everybody got different like educational paths, but like a majority of the students that I have met was like valedictorian at high school. And I'm just like, bro, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because even though I went to all black high school back in Houston, Texas, like the valedictorian, my senior year was an Asian, you know, an Asian woman, and I'm just like, bro, wait. So
my high school too.
You know what I'm saying? So to come here and see all these like smart black people, I'm like, bro, what? Like this is really, really dope, man. So.
Yeah, bro, and it's crazy for me because I would say based on my GPA in high school, there was definitely a lot more students who could have got in over me, but I just think it's really a divine blessing from God that whoever that administrator was let me in, because I think that being here, although my GPA might not have been as high, it was like a 3.2, 3.3, but I never felt like I didn't belong at this school. You know, and being at Howard has motivated me so much to want to just become smarter. Because, man, I mean, we was in Dr. Myers, Dr. Carr, Dr. Beatty's classes. Like, they was really spitting that.
Bro. And this what, like, bro, brothers need back home. And that's why the Dr. Carrs, Dr. Myers, Dr. Beatty's are here in this space to, like, let us know, like, hey, bro, go back. So your people can move forward. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I completely understand, like, why it's, like, this space is, like, so important, and even how it can be missed for real,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's so ingrained in us, bro. We don't leave the HBCU space.
We don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Ever.
So
we never leave it, bro. And I think that's why HBCU homecomings are so big. That's why they're such a big deal, because you're actually coming home. It's not like at PWIs. I've said this a lot, but you just going. It's just a football game. The football game is not even really the biggest thing on Saturday. It's really the tailgate, bro.
The tailgate, you know what I'm saying? It's the gathering.
It's the gathering,
it's
bro.
The gathering, bro.
It's been a great experience at Howard, and I want to ask you, how was your time? How you feel like your experience as an Africana Studies major at Howard impacted your experience here?
Man, so I changed my major like 5 times.
I think you said that a few years ago when you was up in here.
Yeah, bro, I changed major a couple of times, bro. And what like brought me to studying Afro-American Studies under the Africana Studies Department at Howard was taking Dr. Carr class. You know what I'm saying? And like that.
Which class was it?
Intro to African-American Studies.
Okay.
And like that impact right there, bro, really like made me want to like lock into my blackness even more, have like more love for myself and for my people. You know what I'm saying, bro? So like I was venturing I ventured into philosophy, criminology, you know what I'm saying, then psychology, and I think it was one more, and sociology as well. But I just like couldn't find, like, of course it's good professors in those
for sure.
In those majors and those departments, but it's just something about Africana Studies that like called me at the end. You know what I mean? So it has called me at the end, bro, and it's up to me to finish. You know what I mean? And really execute. You know what I'm saying? So I got one more year to really, really dive in and do my work and like, really like execute. So yeah, bro, it shaped my experience, bro. Like it made me think different ways, bro. It made me have a like connect with different people, bro. Have like a mindset of like not just talking, because that's one thing a lot of people do, bro. Like a lot of people like to sit around and talk and not really plan and strategize to move forward to help the people. Yeah. Africana Studies at Howard University has like taught me to like really like move forward and actually like put my feet on the ground and like and do things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because there's a lot of people, bro, who just be talking to talk, bro, and just all right. I just created a good book. All right, cool. Or I just did this podcast, or I just did this thing, but not really like walking for real.
Right.
You know
Actually not out in the community for real.
Right. So and it's important for us to be out in the community. Everybody know that who graduated from the Africana Studies Department at Howard University is doing something on the ground. You know what I mean? So and that's what like I want to do once I graduate and move forward, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
so,
that's one of the most important things, bro. And I think that I have a similar experience based off. I'm a political science major, but I'm minoring in African American Studies.
Yeah, bro.
I started off as an African American Studies minor, but I switched to communications. And when I was in the SOC, the School of Communications, I enjoyed my time there. But there was one day I was in here working out, and I was like, I need to go finish my African American Studies minor, bro. I need to finish it because I felt like with the things I was learning, I was like, I need to go back to this department. And luckily, I was able to finish it this past semester. And I took Dr. Carr, Dr. Bailey, and Dr. Myers all in one semester. And like, I feel like it was the perfect end of this experience because I feel like I majored in political science, but I really felt like I was thinking like an Africana Studies minor when I left here.
And that's the thing, because even Dr. Josh Myers talks about it like Black Studies isn't just a discipline. You know what I mean? Like to reshape the Black university, bro, or even have Black Studies at a university. It's not just a department. Like Black Studies is biology. Like Black Studies is sociology. Black Studies is philosophy. You know what I mean? Like how can we have a Black Studies lifestyle and lens through a political science? You know what I mean? Like how can we reshape all of that through Black Studies for the university? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. Like even you being political science, bro, it's all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have the Black Studies mindset to approach this. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, it's crazy because that's kind of how I've always approached any discipline that if somebody asks me about some type of social issue or whatever, I always think about it through the lens of Black people first. Right. That's just a natural way that I do it now, just because of the literature that I've been exposed to, the professors that I've been exposed to. I just think it's just a natural thing being at Howard, bro. Because the teachers that I've had here are some of the greatest. Like all the three I just mentioned, bro. Even I'm so glad I was able to take Dr. Carr in person this past semester. Cause that's one of the biggest reasons why I had to come back to Africana Studies, bro. Because I was not in. I had taken him online twice.
It wasn't like the same.
It wasn't,
even though it was good.
It was good, but I was like, this class would probably be crazy because I took Intro to African American Studies with him, and that was during COVID. And then I took Education in Black America.
To me, even though it was online, that was my favorite class. Because he talked about Black American education in the South. You know what I'm saying? And like to see that and how it displayed to me was beautiful. So
bro, that class there were a lot of. I admit there were a lot of times it was 9:40. I used to be in that class sleep. I'm not gonna lie. But whenever I was in there, I was like, bro, Dr. Carr is going crazy right now. Crazy, bro. He is going. If I had this class in person, bro, I mean that's a class I would never miss, bro. But sometimes being online just makes you a little makes you a little lazier.
Yeah, bro, it's kind of hard. It's not real, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, bro, my experience with Dr. Carr. But I always tell this people, everybody, this story. Even how I just like found that like love for real, bro, was freshman year. This was my second class at Howard University. And this was I think Tuesday, Thursday class with Dr. Carr. It was 8 a.m. and this was in the Mackey building, right when you drive up the hill on campus on the right, in the auditorium. So it's my first African American class ever in life.
Ever in life,
right? So I walk in. It's like 200 people in the class. I walk in a little early. It's me, my bro, Dean Ray, and Iman, my best friends, right? So we all sit in the front together, and we all like, where Dr. Carr at? I was like, bro, it's I think class started at 8:10, and it's like 8:20. We was like, where this brother? Like, who is Dr. Carr? Because everybody kept telling me, it was like, hey, take Dr. Carr, take Dr. Carr. I was like, bro, who was this brother? So I turn around and I see this tall, about 6'3", old looking brother. He look young as well, but he had a dashiki on. Walked in, ain't say a word. He ain't say a word, and then he get to the front, and he had a speaker, and the first song he played, and mind you, everybody in the room black. Probably some white kids, I don't know, but everybody in the room black, right? And black professor. First time really just being in the type of space like this for real. He walk in with a speaker. He plays John Coltrane Equinox, and I was like, bro, who is this? First of all, who is this brother that just walked in? Who is this brother playing on the speaker, and what song is this? So my bro had called up the Siri and got the song. The song was Equinox. And just the vibe from my first time at Howard University, like this is my introduction to Howard University. It's like this brother walking in late, playing John Coltrane Equinox, pulls out a chalkboard like when the 1920s, writes down the word commit, and writes down and draws the eye of Horus, and also I think the Ankh as well. And he was like, all right, this is where we're gonna start. Now let's move forward. I said, bro, is this my experience? Like, dude, like, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. Like, I ain't never heard of Quebec. I ain't never really studied Egypt for real.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, bro, is this the beginning? Like, to really, like, go forward and like, to go back to move forward. I'm just like, bro, this is, like, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I speak of that story to let other, like, young black kids know, like, this is what your HBCU experience could look like. You know what I'm saying? If you go to HBCU, you know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful. It's pure, like, in terms of, like, the education, you know what I mean? And being around black people, you know what I'm saying? And being around educated black people and having beautiful intellectual conversations. And, it's just a different experience than you get at PWI, real talk.
And, bro, I think that a lot of people might not even understand the significance of the story that you just told if you're not actually here.
Right.
You really have to come in these spaces to really understand what's going on, which is why I encourage, like, just come here, bro. Just come to the HBCU, period. Right. My old basketball coach called me yesterday, and he was talking about his son's about to go to high school, and he was telling me about he asked me about my high school and other things like that, and he was talking about he really wanted his son to eventually go to HBCU, and I think that it makes me, because he was saying when he was in high school in the late 90s, they wasn't really pushing HBCUs like that in California high schools. Okay. And I don't even really think they pushed them like that when we were at the end of high school. I just applied to Howard. I feel like black students who applied to HBCUs applied because they already knew. It wasn't that something that was pushed. But I say all that to say is that I noticed that black people are really starting to understand and really gaining more and more awareness of going back to an HBCU and coming back home to institutions that actually want us there, regardless of all the administration issues. I think the admin stuff is definitely,
important, but I think it's bigger than that. It's really about the people that you meet
the people
when you're at these schools.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I wasn't sitting here seeing Wayne every day. I wasn't sitting here seeing Wayne Frederick every day. Like he would walk on the yard sometimes, but he wasn't the person that I was interacting with the most. I was interacting with my professors when I see him in class. I was interacting with all the people who I saw in the yard. Just all the workers in Blackburn, stuff like that. That holistic experience. I think that the HBCU really feels like a home.
Right.
It feels like it really feels like a home to where you don't even really think that it's not like a traditional college experience at a PWI, bro. It's completely different, bro.
Right. And even the idea about the financial aid or just my experience with admin and things like that. Somebody always told me like, it's like, of course that stuff needs to get worked on, and it is.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like that low key could compare you if you look at it in a different from a different lens. Like that could prepare you for like the real world. So if somebody mess up your money, like you know how to get back and be like, hey bro, lock in. Like let me tell you how to do this right. You know what I mean, or somebody mess up some papers. Like you know how to emotionally move forward and like because you've been through this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you know how to like contact the right people and like have the patience and things like that. So HBCUs got in that way, but yeah, bro, like HBCUs are a really beautiful place. And then with the context of like you said 1990s and the 90s, how they were HBCUs really weren't like publicized like that in California specifically. I really wasn't that big. Like, even right now, the reason why it really got big, I'm pretty sure you already know, is because of after George Floyd got killed. You know what I'm saying? People was like got on the train with HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? But it's sad it took a black man to get killed. You know what I'm saying? For us to like, really get like recognized. You know what I'm saying? But
it always takes that, bro.
Right.
I think that I want your opinion on this, bro, because just a lot of the books I've been reading, even Malcolm X talked about this in his autobiography. He was talking about how Jewish people, when they were scapegoated in Europe in the 1600s, they came together, and even things like the Holocaust made them come together even more. And it's unfortunate that it took them this big tragedy for them to stop assimilating into the wider society. Do you think that it's going to take black people a big catastrophic event for us to kind of come back together and work as a community? Or do you think that's something, or do you think we think that we don't need the tragedy to happen?
So, because so my question to that is, what does it look like for us to come together as a community? You know what I'm saying? And like, what is our end goal when we come together as a community? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like once we really come to grounds with that, bro, I think we'll have an understanding of like what will happen or like what might happen, for us to really come together. Because right now, I'm not saying because even that's the reason why I'm at Howard University right now studying Africana Studies, because I'm trying to figure out what is liberation. Yeah, you know what I mean, for black people. Like I'm still studying like what does that look like for us. So even to that question, like I'm still trying to like figure out the path. You know what I'm saying, for liberation and for us coming together. So yeah, bro. Like
it's a hard question,
right?
It's a hard thing to kind of figure because what is it? We don't know what it looks like.
So and liberation might be in like small pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a safe space for us to exist as black human beings. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like how can we create those spaces? You know what I'm saying? Like basically, what can we do at the end of the day? Really create those spaces. Yeah. So to me, right now, in terms of liberation, that's what it's like, kind of leaning towards to. How can we invest in our community to create those spaces to heal? You know what I'm saying? To move forward. So like liberation, it really first happens inside of us, and then we can bring other people. But yeah, just the working on the ground for real. You know what I'm saying? It's small pockets of liberation. Some people might think liberation is like burning down America. You know what I'm saying? Is that liberation or is it not? You know what I mean? Like starting over. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to like figure out like what makes sense for real for us to be for liberation. Because Saya Sanchez, she said a quote, how does it free us? You know what I'm saying? So anything that we do, how does it free us? You know what I'm saying? Like me doing this and that, or like me reading this book, me going to this place, me going to the school. Like, how does this free us? Me doing this activity, or me bringing these people together. Me having this conversation right now. How does it free us? Are we just talking just to talk? Are we going to talk and then like move forward? You know what I mean? For us to be free. You know what I'm saying? So right now, liberation for me like looks like small steps on like our intentionality towards certain things in life. On like, how does this free us and my people? You know what I'm saying? So right now, it's liberation like for me, for real though.
Right. That's very real, bro. And you saying that quote reminds me of you've heard of Dr. Ron Walters. I worked in the Walters Center this past year, and she said Dr. L.C. Scott was saying that he would always ask that same question whenever you did anything for Black people or just talking about Black issues in general. How does this free us? And I think that's really the question that we need to have as Black people, because I think that I kind of alluded to this earlier in our conversation before the podcast, but I feel like we are so complacent as a race, and I think that a big issue that we have is that we Black people in the middle class look at Black people in the lower socioeconomic class as different than them. So we be thinking everything is good, and we look at the hood, it's just like, oh, that's the hood. Like it don't really matter. And I think that's one of the first things that we need to start changing our mindset about, is that just we tend to dehumanize people, Black people, in the hood too much. And I think that we can't do that. I mean, if we want actual liberation as a people, bro. Right, if we actually want to move forward, bro.
So that's why I said it really starts on ourselves, psychologically. Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? Psychological warfare. Like, how can we free ourselves through our minds? So once we understand and because the more we understand our Black selves, you know what I'm saying, the more we like humanize, we could humanize people, you know what I'm saying? Because even take the context of us being at Howard University, right, in Washington D.C. Like, why is it Howard University in Anacostia? You know what I'm saying? Like, why aren't we like in Anacostia every weekend feeding the people and doing the things that we need supposed to be doing?
Well, we should be,
right on the Southeast DC. You know what I'm saying? It's because of this like elitism. You know what I'm saying? That students might hold, or really might not be aware of. You know what I'm saying? They might get decolonized when they come to Howard University and then want to go to Southeast. You know what I'm saying? But why isn't Howard as a whole really moving out in their motto of truth and service to help out the people that they see on Georgia Avenue?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's because of this false sense of classism or this false sense of liberation. Oh, I gotta go work at Google to get that bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm all right. I gotta get this internship, get that bag, and like be better than my colleague. It's like, nah, bro, we're not trying to be better than each other. No, we're not trying to compete and have this title. It's like, nah, bro, how can we make sure our people are liberated in our small little steps?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But Howard, in the energy of it, bro, you know what I mean? We need some healing to do for real. As a community.
Bro, I think that one of the things that has hurt Black people a lot is since we integrated 60 years ago, we've taken on a lot more of the individualism that white America has always kind of had in this culture. I think that our culture definitely used to be a lot more collective. We used to help each other a lot more. We used to care about, like, being Black meant something more back then as opposed to how it does now when you're talking to the average person. You know, I notice a lot of Black people who don't feel a sense of indebtedness to their race or helping their people get to the next step compared to how it was in the past. A lot of that is because, back during segregation, we actually used to live together. We actually, the doctors and the lawyers was living with all the people who didn't have as good of the jobs and everything. So I definitely think leadership has taken a toll, and that kind of makes me it builds on the point of have you heard of this book before, The Choice by Samuel Yeti? It was written in 1972, and Samuel Yeti actually taught at Howard for a while. I brought one of my professors, Dr. Richard Wright, here last week. He was an SOC. He taught here for 50 years.
Yeah, I know about him.
Yeah. So he was talking about Samuel Yeti and just how he was and everything. But the outline of this book talks about America's choice with Black people, and basically he outlines that America had three choices. it was pacification, liberation, or liquidation. Liquidation means kill them all. Liberation, you know, we're still trying to understand what that means, but I think in that context, liberation is pretty much reparations for everything that they were doing, and then pacification, which is the choice that America chose. Just make black people think that the things that we're doing is good enough, but not actually free them. And I think that's where we are right now, trying to get out of that pacified mindset, because we're in it deep, bro. We're in it deep, thinking that worshiping these white corporations and thinking that getting a job with them is doing something for black people. Getting a black politician in office and thinking that's doing something for black people. It don't matter don't matter what politician is in office, as long if he not doing nothing for you, if he's still listening to white people and white donors and taking money from all them, like it's the same thing as a white politician, bro.
Right. We're just dark skin.
Right.
So yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Like you got that whole thing, that whole assimilation, individual, you know, politics of I'm trying to one up you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not African at all, bro.
It's not.
That's not unity. That's not, you know, love at all, bro. So yeah, that whole thing, man. It really hurts us as a community. It really hurts us. You know what I mean? Because it's like this false narrative of black excellence. I saw some on Instagram I was scrolling through. I think somebody said I think LeBron James just got an ESPY award for something. Yeah. And his family was up there, and like, I think somebody, the next slide was like their cars and stuff like that. And somebody was like, "This is black excellence." It's like, bro, nah, bro. Like him being famous by himself and his kids, like, because when we say black, bro, we're not talking about one person. We talking about ancestors. We talking about a community. We talking about the kids. Talking about like the whole community in general, like unity, literally. So just one person being successful isn't black excellence. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't.
That's not the core of it,
right? That does not progress us at all. So yeah, bro, I completely understand what you mean, bro.
Yeah, I think a big issue is that we'll look at black billionaires as just people who make a lot of money and think, oh, those are the leaders, those are the people who are going to save us. When I mean, when you really go into the billionaires, like, a lot of the money that they have is not because of black people. Right. You know, it's
literally exploitation.
It's exploitation.
Like literally, bro.
It's exploitation. And if they start doing stuff for black people, they're not gonna be a billionaire no more.
Right.
You know,
right. And that's the thing. Somebody, because I was talking about reparations, and somebody brought it up to me. That was like the only way reparations is gonna happen for black people if black people go to war. You know what I'm saying? That's like the only way change has happened in history is like people have went to war to get actual revolution, change, right? Because the thing is, like, for reparations to happen, when I talk about reparations, I'm talking about from like a monetary need, like especially with money, but also there's reparations for like, you know, free schools, therapies, you know what I mean, like clinics, healthcare, there's reparations as well. But I'm talking about from like the monetary, the capital side. Like, for white people to give us to pay us back for everything, it's trillions and trillions of dollars, right? Like for them to pay us back for everything, bro. Like they will no longer be white.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because like the only way to be white, bro, is if black people are black in the sense of like oppression. You know what I mean? So if I give you the power, I'm no longer white. So this system of America cannot really exist. You know what I'm saying? So like, yes, we need reparations and it's needed, but it's going to take some, you know what I mean? It might take some bloodshed to really get reparations how we really want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but of course even the therapy, you know what I mean? Like even the free schooling,
free education,
and free healthcare, like that's a sense of giving up your whiteness. You know what I'm saying? Like if I give you healing, like, bro, you gonna want to come back and like be like, hey, bro, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna feel inferior anymore.
Right.
Which is what they want you to feel like.
Right, because like you gonna feel empowered. You know what I mean? To rule and run the world for real. And they not gonna like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. So yeah, to me that's a deep, like, interesting conversation.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's like what you're saying is a good point, because I've thought about this. Them giving reparations is basically flipping the social order. Like you you like this country is not gonna work like that if they actually give black people everything that they owe us. Literally. It's like, bro, I mean, for people who might not be as aware of him, we build everything, bro.
Everything, bro.
I mean, all these cities, bro, black people was building them, bro. We was, you see all these nice structures, Washington Monument, White House, Capitol building. I hate the misconception that people think black people was just in the field. Like, nah, bro. We had the skills too.
We was in the East Coast. We was in Washington D.C.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, bro. Like, it was crazy when I found out about this brother. Have you heard of Anthony Browder?
That name sounds really familiar.
So he does he got a book I think called Egypt on the Potomac.
Okay.
And he does like Africana Studies and like archaeology type thing, but like connected back to like comedic science. And he has like researched, and he does tours currently right now, which probably I might go on this probably this month. Anthony Browder. He does tours. He's actually a Howard alum too. He does tours in DC to show the Egyptian comedic like buildings and like structures that's in DC. You know what I'm saying? For people to know, like, hey, this is like African knowledge hidden in plain sight. Like, it's things that we see every day. It's hidden in plain sight. Like the George Washington Monument is a monument to King Assar. You know what I'm saying? And he's from Kemet, and it's an ankh. It's like a shape of an ankh in at Malcolm X Park that people don't see. That's connected to the monument, connected to the sun, and like 16th Street got all the religious. Like it's so much like deep, cool stuff, bro, that like we don't really know about. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you question. Okay, so why would they want to use that? And what is the outcome of them using it? DC is the mouth of the beast. You know what I mean? It's the place where things are called. You got the Pentagon, you like the whole army little base and things like that. You got the White House, the president. Like, these are like powerful staples for this country. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they use comedic knowledge in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? For their power. You know what I'm saying? So they done stole it all. So if you look up his book, brother Anthony Browder, really cool dude, man, really really cool. And he called Egypt on the Potomac. You can find that Sankofa books and
is that Sankofa?
It's that Sankofa, yeah.
I'm not.
And he's also on YouTube as well, bro. He explains it all. But if anybody could take his tour, man, bro, it's in Washington D.C., man. He be like, and plus he takes trips to Egypt as well. People like to see like the connections. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
But like the George Washington Monument that we see in Washington D.C., like those monuments are literally all over Egypt, like the same structure. You know what I'm saying? Like the reflection over the pool, like the whole little Potomac, bro. The same thing that's in Egypt, literally.
Bro, that's wild, bro.
Crazy, bro. So
black people built that too.
Built that too, because you know you got Benjamin Banneker, who's the one who mapped out the whole city. So he got that comedic knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so he really knows what's up for real.
It's crazy thinking of somebody who as smart as Benjamin Banneker was. And I was watching this one video about Thomas Jefferson talking about Benjamin Banneker, and he was like, he's one of the only smart Negroes. Like he's one of the only ones. And I've never. It's just crazy to me how the smart white people of that time really wanted to. They wanted to make slavery seem like it was a logical institution enough to the point to where you think that he was just like an exceptional black, like it's like, bro, if imagine if you actually freed all these enslaved people who's building your stuff, like who's doing everything that you're too lazy to do.
And then that even goes back to the black excellence concept of like, okay, because like, even the black excellence concept connects back to what you were saying. Like, I only see you as human if one person is free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only see that one free person is as human because he is on my side making me money. But if I free everybody else, they can't be human at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be white no more. So that even like connects to the black excellence of what you saying, like how they didn't really, like how they logically went through all that and was like think it was okay because they didn't see as a human, like, which is like, and then justify it through Christianity. You know what I mean? And that's a whole different thing that we talked about in Dr. Bailey class. You know what I'm saying, bro? And I was just like, bro, like, this is hypocrisy and sick. Like, literally, how are you enslaving somebody? Like, see somebody as less than cattle, you know what I mean? But justify it through Christianity.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Justified through religion, justified through science, all that stuff. It's honestly it's just very sick how they was able to do that and make it seem like it made sense for them, bro. But eventually, I mean, those scholars started to see that there was contradictions in what they were saying. It's this don't make sense. Well, we got to get rid of this institution. And something else that you said, I was talking about the reparations. When you take that away, it takes away their whiteness. At the end of the day, whiteness was just created for superiority. It was just created by those by the wealthy white people who needed to make who needed to make the masses buy into their system. So if you have the poor white man comfortable in your system because he's white, then he not gonna want to do nothing else. And then all you gotta do is worry about the black people who's already your enslaved population.
Right. So yeah, it's all race is a social thing, social construct, bro.
It's a social construct made for social control. And it's still like that today.
To this day, bro.
Because it's sick, bro.
Yes. It's terrible, bro. So it makes us think like us as young black brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like what can we really do to like it's a question like do we end racism? Like is it gonna end? You know what I'm saying? It's something we could probably think about. You know what I'm saying? But how can we like combat those little systems, you know what I mean, through our knowledge, you know what I'm saying, through our ancestors, through the creator, you know what I'm saying, for us to move forward, you know, like what can we do? I mean, of course, read, bro, you know what I mean, be educated, respect, you know what I'm saying, bro, like of course, like to take care of ourselves, like really heal ourselves as black men. It's like, nah, you ain't got to play football, bro. You know what I mean? And go JUCO route. Nah, bro, go to HBCU and be around your people. You know, like see where it's cool to be black and smart. You know what I'm saying? Like going to HBCU is an act of activism. You know what I mean? Like you're going against the system in a way, like being around educated black people, trying to like see a positive life for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like small little things like that we could do. You know what I mean? Like taking care of our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like healing thyself through the stuff that we eat, stuff that we interact with. You know what I'm saying? Our small little steps, bro, that like leads us to liberation. You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's really important to like really move forward as a people. You know what I'm saying? Not really just talk all day. So,
right, bro. So, yeah. What you're saying is so true when you talk about healing yourself, because it's reading is important, but it's more than that. You really gotta take the steps in healing your body, bro. Healing the vessel.
And you an expert on that right now.
Hey man, that's what I'm trying to do, bro. Like,
hey, I'm telling you, freshman year, Josiah, boy, about 400 pounds now. Let me stop. I'm about like 120 right now.
hey, bro, it's actually it's crazy, but for real though, like. Me going through that transformation, it made me. I wouldn't have all these books if it wasn't for that, bro. Like you really, when you heal your body, bro, the mind, like in order to heal your body, you gotta make a change in your mind, bro. When I was improving my body, improving myself, like putting all the hours in my room working out, that made me want to improve my mind too. And it's really it's steps, bro. Because once I know this for me, when I'm eating healthy, when I'm eating good, I'm so much more productive, bro. I don't be as tired. I be more motivated. Everything just flows better, bro. Right. Everything flows better. And I think that as black people, we need to get to a point to where we're doing these things consistently, which is why another thing that I promote a lot of my podcast is like, just living a healthy lifestyle, bro. Because once you live a healthy lifestyle, bro, everything starts to connect, bro.
Right, because the thing is, it's like, bro, if we quote-unquote marching or protesting, bro, and we on the front lines, like I'd rather have a person who has like the energy to protest, who has the energy to teach. Like you got to take care of yourself to do for others. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's the thing. Like I don't want a dead body on the line.
Right.
Of course we need everybody, bro, but we got to take care of ourselves for us to move forward. Cause that dead body, it's like, yeah, you got a voice, but not as much as a person who's out here prioritizing, their health. You know what I'm saying? So it's really important, bro, to really do that. You like fast, bro. You know what I mean? Like stay spiritually connected. You know what I'm saying, bro, to the source, bro. Like it's just so much you could do, bro. Like literally, bro, eat right. You know what I mean? The fruits and vegetables is for us. You know what I'm saying, bro? Meditation, bro. Talking things out to people. You know what I'm saying, bro? Therapy, things like that also helps, bro. reading. Like it's so many avenues, bro, that like we can use, bro, to really heal as people.
It's crazy that you're saying that because I feel like a lot of those things, like society literally pushes Americans, but specifically Black people away from, when it comes to eating healthy, reading, talking about your issues, all these things that we need to do. Like the society kind of pushes us away from that, bro.
Right.
Like, I mean, when I worked at my old grocery store, I used to see Black people ordering bullshit all the time, bro. Like you just buying hella candy, hella sugar, hella processed stuff, and a lot of that stuff is just for miseducation, bro. Like they don't know, and a lot of time that the healthy food is expensive, bro. A lot of that food be more expensive.
Yeah, bro. And then for resources for us, so we could move forward on the ground, bro, and not just talk.
Yeah.
So there's a farm. There's a garden right behind. It's for people in DC specifically, Northwest DC. You travel as well if you can. There's a farm called Common Farm, DC, right next to the Howard Hospital. They do a pay what you can system. It's fruits and vegetables on Wednesdays, 3 to 6 o'clock, and you can either get your fruits and vegetables for free as much as you want. Your fruits and vegetables are free, or you can pay however you can. You know what I'm saying? So it's resources like that, bro.
That's super hard, bro.
You know
I did not know about that.
Yeah, bro. It makes me mad that most college students don't really know about this, bro. Like I found out about it. I just walked up on it. I was like, well, what is this? What's happening? It was like a little vibe, and they got fruits and vegetables.
Well, where is it? You said Northwest?
It's right behind Howard Hospital, like literally right behind Howard Hospital. It's called Common Good Farm, something like that. So yeah, bro. Like if you need fruits and vegetables for free, you can go get that over there on Wednesdays at 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
That makes me mad that I'm finding about this right as you're about to leave.
So yeah, bro. It's just it's just small stuff like that, bro. We could tap into for the good things on earth, man.
Man, that's what we need, bro. Talking about all this stuff made me think. How do you think your upbringing in Texas has influenced how you think today, and just your thoughts about Black people and Black liberation? Do you come from a family where that's very prominent, or just a community?
So I'll say my family was conscious, right? But I was also in the neighborhood in the school system that wasn't conscious. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like I had the people back home, but like when I went into the real world and went to contact with the people and the students, you know what I mean, they wasn't conscious, so they could like play a part of my upbringing as well, which it did, but which made me want to look for something different. That's why I went to HBCU, because my brother went to HBCU, Houston-Tillis University in Austin, Texas. Okay. And I saw him be a positive black male, so I was like, let's see the same thing, because at my high school, Houston, Texas, at Westfield, the stereotype was for Black men was like it was cool to be black and smart. I mean, it was cool to be black and get all the girls and just pass to play. You know what I mean? Like you literally get a C just to be on the football team. But it's like, nah, I need something different. You know what I'm saying? So I, follow my brother's footsteps. So it's like small things like that, and also coming from my mama, she from Jasper, Texas. Rest in peace to her as well. She from Jasper, Texas, and the South is really similar to the continent of Africa in terms of like it depends, like what nation you're a part of in a certain like country. Like the way of lifestyle, you know what I mean, like to the things that how we commune, eat, you know what I mean, tend to the fields, you know what I'm saying, like our dialect is so unique, you know what I'm saying, bro, that like some people just don't really get it, that they come from different places around America, bro, but the South has some like really like African foundational roots that Black people still hold to this day, because that's most of the slave trade went to the South, so we hold a lot of traditions, you know what I mean. Like for example, my mother, she made, which came from her mother, Thelma Jean, rest in peace to her. She made biscuits, homemade biscuits and sugar syrup. You know what I'm saying? And we ate that like fufu and igusi. Like we literally pick the bread off and swap it in the syrup. You know what I mean? Like fufu and igusi, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like little African traditions that we have. You know what I'm saying? Okra comes from West Africa, which means gumbo. You know what I mean? So it's just like things like that. It's like traditions that are in the South that are like rooted in like who I am. You know what I mean? That connects you back to the continent. You know what I mean? So even on that food tour, a good reference that people could watch is called it's on Netflix if you have the subscription. It's called High on the Hog. It's this brother who goes all over the United States. He goes like Texas, South Carolina. He started in Africa to show where it all started, but he goes like Texas, South Carolina. He went somewhere else, but he goes to show how African foods are like rooted in black people's foods today in America. So it's a lot of foundational things that people might not call African because like they're unconscious, but are foundationally African. So it's a couple of things, bro, that I was rooted in when I was raised up, bro. That kept me going. But I was, like I said, I was also in the system trying to like strip that away from me. You know what I'm saying? But gained it back. You know what I mean? I'm still learning. I haven't fully arrived yet, but I'm still learning. You know what I mean? To love. I'm still learning to like heal. I'm still learning to understand my blackness even more. Cause it's a journey. You know what I mean? Like people always look for a destination. You never destination. It's a journey. Like the destination is a journey. So yeah.
Hey, bro, that's real, bro. I think what you're saying about the black, just like the South being very similar to Africa, is something I've thought about it more from like a standpoint of like, obviously, like they was gonna bring Africans to the South because they were a little more familiar with that type of land, but even all the cultural traditions still being so prevalent in the South is really profound, because it made me think of I was in this comment section today for a video I watched on YouTube, and he was saying that a big reason why the black family has kind of deteriorated in the past 6 years was because a lot of black people left the South and were a little separate, and were a lot more separated from those traditions.
Right?
Because I can speak for myself. My family moved from the South in the 50s, and my grandma still has some of those traditions, but I mean she's older, and a lot of the black people who used to live on the street that I live on, they're all gone now. Those traditions aren't as in the community. So I think one of the hardest things is trying to maintain those traditions that have always been so important to us. Because I mean those traditions is how we find a sense of, it's how we have a sense of self,
right,
and a sense of purpose and blackness.
Right, and Dr. Carr's part of his curriculum, movement and memory. You know what I'm saying? Like our memory is what like moves us. You know what I'm saying? So if we know of ourselves, we can move in the right ways. You know what I'm saying? That's all part of it, bro. To connect back. You know what I mean? This Sankofa ideology. We must go back to move forward. We gotta go back to the memory and know who we are to move forward. You know
exactly.
So I trust me. I understand,
bro. Because I loved how Dr. Carr taught, bro, because he really tried to instill an African way of thinking with how we go about learning and just going through academia. And so Dr. Carr, bro, like he know everything about black people, bro. Like, he know everything, bro, down to the like, I think it's so cool how you can have someone like Dr. Carr who knows all this stuff about African American history, and then he can still give an in-depth class, teach an in-depth class about hip hop, bro.
Right.
I think that is so, and it's all connected
because hip hop is African.
Hip hop is African, and I think it's so cool that he can do all that, bro. That's when I used to hear Dr. Carr speak, that was really like inspiring, bro. I was like, bro, I want to be like him,
be like
bro.
that. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be like that, to where you can pull up a video for any event, pull up the song, like what they was going through in this time period. Immediately,
like literally a standing archive, like literally, bro.
A standing archive, bro.
It's crazy.
It's wild, bro. And I think that Dr. Carr is definitely somebody who I'm so grateful for to have learned from, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know. Something else that I was thinking about was we took education in Black America. How do you think Black education kind of changed after Brown v. Board? Because I have my own thoughts about it, but I want to hear yours.
Okay, because you know, like, okay, it's really interesting. I'm glad you brought that up, right? My grandmother, she's still alive. Her name was Eleanor Bailey. She was a teacher for 40 years.
For 40?
40, yeah. She's retired now. went to Texas Southern University, HBCU, Houston, Texas. And she talks about once things, like once integration happened, literally, all of like the good black teachers, like started teaching at the white schools, and like all of the like white teachers who didn't really know nothing started teaching the black schools. Like it was some schools like that, like literally, bro. Because and it's because like I have to ask her like what some of the reason is, but from what I assume, it's like this idea of like maybe some black teachers was probably trying to get more of a paycheck, or probably like things like better. You know what I'm saying? Which makes sense. Like,
it does make sense. Because
you want your life to be better. Right, you want your life to be better. So like integration, it's like dang. All right, so are we together now? But they like once integration happened, I think things got worse, right? So educationally, it took a whole like downfall on black people, because like the majority black schools either like stopped like getting accredited, you know, by like with funding and things like that, because maybe some black students didn't go, so I went to going to white schools. The teachers started getting like terrible, you know what I'm saying, because all the good black teachers went to the white schools, and all the terrible white teachers went to the black schools. So I would say, bro, like education after the Brown versus Board education, like that, like it went like it plummeted, but we also like see a rise as well in terms of like with HBCUs, you know, because HBCUs has always been a staple in the community. You know what I'm saying? But well, I would say it's been a downfall, a little rise here and there. Depends, like what's your ideology of like rise. Yeah. Because to me, like the fact that HBCUs are still running is like a beautiful thing.
It really is a beautiful thing. I think about that sometimes.
Right, but for like K through 12, man, it went down.
Like it's horrible now, right, bro. Like school systems across the country are horrible, terrible, bro. And black kids are not learning nothing, bro. Right. That's why you see them running around now, bro.
Right. So that's why I'm saying like it went down, bro. It went down. It was just really interesting. So,
bro, I did not even think about that. Like a lot of the trash white teachers teaching at the black schools,
and that's how it is right now. Literally, like my high school, bro. We had some good black teachers, bro. We did, but had some really poochies, white teachers that just started their career. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
bro, that's crazy. Okay, I had something I wanted to tell you, bro. Like, did you know that 40,000 of black teachers lost their job as a result of Brown v. Board?
For real?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
40,000. Like, people don't talk about that at all, bro. It's honestly really sad because my grandfather grew up in Amarillo, like I told you before the podcast. He went to an all black school in Amarillo. It was called George Washington Carver.
Yeah, come on, George Washington Carver.
Yeah, and he still, even though he lived in San Francisco like the majority of his life, after he still went to school reunions and everything like that. It seemed like, and I wish he was alive to where I could talk about this more with him as I've come into consciousness, but the connection that he had with his school was different, bro. And compared to my grandmother moved from Texas as well, but she went to school and everything in San Francisco. Okay. She went to an integrated high school in San Francisco, and like she didn't have that same type of connection at her school. And I think that what you learn at a black school, you learn, like my grandmother was telling me how my grandfather like knew so much about black culture. Like he knew the black national anthem. He knew all these different things that he was getting taught at a black school. That you're not gonna learn the black national anthem at a school that's majority white. You know, you're not gonna learn none of that stuff, bro. And I think that it's been a big tragedy that we couldn't find a better way to make the integration work, as opposed to just sending black kids to the white schools where they weren't even really accepted anyway. You know, they weren't even looked at as humans, per this, so to say, bro. Like, I think it's like this type of this subject made me gain a lot of respect for W.B. Du Bois, actually, because when Dr. Myers had to read his autobiography from over there, he was talking about how
I need to read that.
Yeah. It's a long one. It's a very long book. Like
you read Souls of Black Folk yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I need to read it, bro. I really don't know why I haven't.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading right now, but it makes me want to read the autobiography now.
But he was saying that he didn't. A big reason why he split from the NAACP was because the NAACP was so focused on integration. They weren't really for the preservation of culture. They were just trying to get with the white people. And W.B. Du Bois was like, what's going to happen to all the black schools? What are we going to do with all the education where you're learning a black education? Right. And I think that, W.B. Du Bois, he gets praise and a lot of hate for his talented thing, but that was like in the early 1900s. That was he transformed it. Like he did a 180 in his ideology.
Pan-Africanism.
Exactly. And I think that it's just things like that make me very. There needs to be a way that we can go back to. I don't want to say we should have segregated schools, but schools to where we can teach black kids the education that they need to know if they want to dominate this society.
Right. But that's under attack.
It's under attack, bro.
It's under attack right now.
It's under attack. And before you go, I want to get your insights on the affirmative action decision that just happened. Well, what do you think it means for black people?
Man, bro. Because like me personally, because when I saw it, right, I personally, just being humble, I didn't know too much about affirmative action. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, bro, because I went to HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Like we vibing.
We be vibing, for real.
With the black people, bro. So I didn't really look into much to affirmative action. But once the deal went down with the Supreme Court and they denied it, I started asking people who went to PWIs how they feel about it. My sister went to Pepperdine University.
She went to Cali.
Yeah, it's another. Yeah. And I asked her, but did she get accepted through affirmative action? She said she didn't know, but she was actually like one of the top scholars that like got picked her senior year of high school to go to Pepperdine. So she don't think she got through affirmative action. But and I asked her, I was like, so who is affirmative action really like affect? And she was like, white women. It's like the downfall because white women are usually the ones who get in PWIs because of affirmative action because they hate women. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, bro, what? But the affirmative action thing really didn't get, I think, pushed because I think some Asians were like upset about something.
They were a lot of Asians were mad that black students were getting in to schools, even though they didn't have the same test scores as their sons and daughters.
Right. But they don't know that just affected them as well. You know what I'm saying? So Asians going to be affected as well. So it's like a bite back in a way, karma. But yeah. So and people are saying like we're finna have an increase in HBCUs. It's like it's like, why do HBCUs have to be a fallback? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with that.
My thing is, it's like, all right, so it's a fallback. I'm happy these kids are like coming, but it sucks to take that. It takes this tragic act like thing for somebody to wake up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah, so I don't really know too much on affirmative action.
Yeah.
But that from the conversation I had, that's what I really know for real. So.
For sure, bro. I think that the whole affirmative action thing, I think it's annoying that you had a lot of Asians pushing affirmative action, pushing against affirmative action. When a lot of most Asians in this country would not be here if it wasn't for the civil rights movement. Right. The Chinese Exclusionary Act was literally from the 1890s to 1965. Right. And they were a lot of them were able to come because of the struggles that black people had to go through. And I just think it's very a lot of people in America don't really know the history, so they don't know how they came to be, and it's so very it just don't make sense for them to act like black people are the one limiting them from coming to these to these schools. When you really want to get down, you can talk about a lot of these Ivy Leagues, like all the legacy initiatives that they let in. A lot of people would get into those schools just based off of their dad or their grandfather went to Harvard or Yale or whatever. And I think that's one of the biggest problems. But aligning with whiteness is how you succeed in America. Right. So they want to be an ally with the whites instead of opposed to being with the blacks because we ain't got to get in all that. We already know.
Feel me, bro? So interesting.
It's very interesting, bro. And it sucks that HBCUs have to be the fallback for black people, but I think that the more black people who come to HBCUs because of the lack of affirmative action are going to realize that they should have been here all along. You know, so I think that's one of the biggest things. But it was great having you on, Alafia.
That was love, bro.
Appreciate you. Yes,
love, man.
Appreciate you coming on, bro.
It's an honor, y'all. They don't understand. This is an honor.
For real?
It's an honor, man. Everybody, man, been talking about your podcast since you started, man. I was like, bro, I need to lock you in.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, bro.
So yeah,
you know, I've always seen how you think, and I've never really had a chance to talk to you as much.
Sit down and talk.
Yeah, even like freshman year in Drew, I used to always see you, but I think we exchanged a little bit because we used to be down there. We used to be down there with like Big Nate and everything, talking to him. Hell yeah, I miss that dude, bro.
So yeah, bro, appreciate it, man. This is a blessing, bro. You know, just make sure people listening that we just move forward and do everything that Sanya Sanchez said. How does this free us? You know what I'm saying? So, Ashe, oh.
Yes, sir. Y'all heard him. And as we always say, as long as y'all show love, we'll stay consistent. Black Lotus out. Josiah out.